Hi everybody, it's David Fleming here from the Toronto Realty blog, and welcome to this week's Pick 5. Now, as you can see, not a lot has changed from week to week. I'm here with Bella. Bella? Bella. There she is. I gave her something to keep her busy while I film. So she's here with me. I'm also in my hoodie, right? My filming hoodie, my Pick 5 hoodie. Yeah, you know what? I don't feel the need to wear a suit to the office. I just don't. So I wear a hoodie. And don't tell anyone this, but once I get here, I put on slippers. Yeah, I know, right? Talk about being comfortable. I'm the only person in the building every day. I mean, there's one receptionist upstairs, literally behind plexiglass, and I've been coming in every day since March 17th because I'm the only one in the building. And I have a boardroom for an office. Pretty sweet, right? But I have an office, the doors are closed, I wear a mask, I'm taking precautions, and things will eventually change. But for now, it's Bella, it's me, it's the Pick 5 hoodie. I wish it wasn't this way, but it is. And I was saying to my wife this morning, I don't remember if we're in week 8 or week 9 right now of this. And by that I mean from Tuesday, March 17th, which is basically the day the world changed. I keep saying to my wife, oh, I can't believe it's been 3 weeks. It's been 6 weeks. I think it's been 8 or 9 weeks. Now, the fact that I don't remember could be a good thing because it means we're just kind of accepting this, as the new reality. Or it could be a bad thing because it means that we're accepting this as the new reality. Anyways, this week I wanted to talk about the cheapest 2-bedroom condos in the downtown core, C1 and C8. Now, a few things brought this to my attention. First and foremost, obviously looking at some new listings. But then there was something else. So here's a report by Ryerson University. It's called Density Done Right. And, I read it. There's a lot in here that was interesting. But the one thing that I found, the most applicable to at least today's conversation, this little bit they've got here, units are getting smaller. And I've always said this on my blog before and in videos, right? They've shown that while units in Toronto and Ontario values per square foot are increasing, condo apartments are getting smaller. Well, no kidding. So the average in 2016 or 2017 was 665 square feet. Compare this to the 1980s when it was 1,030 square feet. Now, you'd be hard-pressed to find a ton of units that are over 1,030 square feet if you're looking at a random sample. Say you take 10 random condos for sale in Toronto, maybe one is over 1,030 square feet, 1 out of 10 that's for sale. Now, I have theorized, it's not a theory actually, it's fact. Can you say, in my opinion, these facts? No, that would be an opinion. On a relative basis versus an absolute basis is where we find, is where we find the reasoning for this. So think for a moment that once upon a time, a 1,000 square foot condo would be $300,000, $300 a foot, and $300,000 was affordable. So let's say that condo went up to $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, $900,000, and developers need to sell all of their units in pre-construction. Bella, she came over because she smelled that in my hoodie pocket. So basically what I'm saying, guys, is that in the province of Ontario, specifically Toronto, developers will pre-sell all the units in a development. They need them sold to get financing to build the darn condo. So it's not about building for what people need or want or what's good for the city. It's building to sell. Now you sell to who? Mainly investors and users. Both of them want the cheapest units. Therefore, the absolute price is what is necessary. So 15 years ago, $500,000 bought you 900 square feet. Now $500,000 buys you 450 square feet. That's why condos are shrinking, because developers want to keep the absolute price as low as possible. Does that make sense? If I had more time, I'd illustrate with an example. So guys, today there are, as I mentioned, a bunch of listings that I wanted to show you. But I think we'll do this instead. This is going to be really fun. I'm just in MLS right now, and let me just click back for a second to show you. I've clicked on C1, C8, I've looked at 2 bedrooms, and that's it. And we're just gonna go in MLS together, me and you. It's gonna be fun. And we're gonna go and we're gonna look at units, right? What are the cheapest units available in C1, C8? So we'll start here with 36 Lisgar. 36 Lisgar, $518,000 for a 2-bed, 1-bath. Huh, really? There must be something wrong with it. Well, so where is 36 Lisgar? Well, it's in what I like to call the Urban Corp ghetto. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Urban Corp, they're this awful developer. Oh, sorry, they were this awful developer. Past tense, because they went bankrupt after more than a decade of putting together really crappy condos and essentially screwing people. And I wrote about this on my blog for like 12 years. I bought one of their condos in like 2005. I used to dabble in pre-construction, and don't call me a hypocrite because I don't advocate the purchase of pre-construction, but that was 15 years ago. And if you've ever watched my cake versus cake mix video, why in the world did you spend $6 on cake mix when you can buy a goddamn cake for $4? That's pre-construction. So back in the day, if you could buy cake mix for $1 and a cake was 10 bucks, you could make your own cake and it would be worthwhile. That's how pre-construction pricing used to work. So back in the day, right, David bought a unit at the West Side Lofts, and this was 2005. I think with many delays, ended up being done in like 08, 09. Actually, can we put some photos up of that? Can we put some photos up? Yeah, this is quality. This is the kind of thing that Urban Corp would do. Like, they didn't care, right? And now why would you care? Because the Condominium Act is written in favor of the developer, and Ontario's controlled by developers, so it doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want, but eventually it catches up with you. So this entire area is what we call the Urban Corp ghetto. So Lisgar, Able, Sudbury, and not every building, because there's one here in 8 Dovercourt, for example, that I like. But yeah, I mean, there's a reason why this real estate is cheap. Now, the other reason would be $518,000, 2-bed, 500 to 599 square feet. Well, thankfully, we can look at some floor plans. Now, first, we'll take a look at this particular unit, because this is, I'm going to say this, the only good floor plan of all these Lisgar units I'm going to show you. Now, this one's sideways, of course, because, you know, real estate agents, you know, suck at their jobs. Now, what you've got here are 2 bedrooms that are separated by a sheet of drywall. So if you're in bed and you cough, the person next door can hear that. God forbid it's only a cough. Know what I'm saying? So this bedroom is 9 feet by 6'7". It's small. It has a tiny little closet. But the reason that I'm saying this is the best floor plan is because they both have a window. So if you believe, like many people, that a bedroom is not a bedroom if it doesn't have a window and a closet, well, you're going to be sorely disappointed in a lot of the units we're looking at today. So the rest of the floor plan kind of sucks. This little nook does nothing. This little jut here is not ideal. We'll look at the rest of the photos here, and I'll give you an example, right? So we have a fridge with a lot of dents in it. I don't want to know what's happening there. You can see how quickly these things wear. And miniature appliance, miniature appliance. These photos, ironically, are probably taken from like years ago. Otherwise, I don't know why that sticker's still on the fridge like 9 years later. These things I always hate because I get it, right? We need a step for quad strength, but it's really tough for, Jesus, Bella, furniture. I don't know what she's eating. Positioning. And then you've got your terrace, which basically faces the common areas. So if you've got some bro out here just hacking butts, he's staring into your living room, right? So this, not the best floor plan. And then you take photos, right? And, you know, this is what happens when you, the real estate agent, take a photo with your BlackBerry 8700 of an empty room. Yeah, that's perfect. That's really good. That's great. Here's an aside, tangents, my friend. I'm writing a blog for Friday, MLS Musings, and in that blog I detailed, a colleague of mine from another brokerage told me that 7 or 8 years ago, he got a RICO complaint for an ad mail piece he did when he said, not all agents are created equal. Hire one of the better ones. And RICO was like, you can't say that there are good and bad agents. And as I read on my blog for Friday, like, really? But like, what about like baseball players that mash 50 home runs versus the ones that mash 2? Like, one's better, one's not. What about the good restaurant and the bad restaurant? Or what about the better or worse auto body shop? Like, give me a effing break, right? Anyway, so great photo here. You can read about that tomorrow. So again, great photo, amazing. Way to spend for staging and, you know, hire a photographer. So don't love this unit, right? It's $518,000, been on the market for 28 days. I mean, but it's cheap as hell, right? Beggars can't be choosers. And, you know, that sounds rude. I mean, everything's rude. 2020, right? Everyone's offended by everything constantly. But, you know, if you're trying to buy a 2-bedroom condo for $518,000, you're a beggar. There's no doubt about it, right? So it's not the worst piece of real estate in the city. The goddamn thing, has parking. It has parking and locker. Even if this was a 1-bedroom, let me just be cheeky for a minute, okay? Take this stupid wall out. Actually, no, sorry. Leave this wall here and then take this out. Now you've got what? A 590 square foot 1-bedroom with parking and locker and a terrace for $518,000. It's not terrible. So we'll go back here and we'll look at the rest of our Lisgars, right? So here we've got a 2-bed, 2-bath, you know, it's 1712. You know, and 549, right? 14 days in the market. There's a reason why these things aren't moving, right? Fees are $502. You know, you're 590 square feet, so fees are a little bit up there. What's that? 88, 90 cents a square foot. 2 bed, 2 bath. I will say this, I don't know that you need two 4-piece bathrooms in 590 square feet. So great marketing here, right? We have this lonely park, right, with no kids. This must have been taken during COVID. And then we've got, a bathroom photo, a bathroom photo, a bathroom photo, and then stock photos. Well, this one they obviously stole. So great marketing, and tell that to my friend who was taking a RICO for the audacity to say that some agents are better than others. But I want to go for a moment here, and I want to look at our good friend Urban Corp's website, which still has photos, even though, look, copyright 2015. Okay, yeah, cool. So 309 square feet. That's their smallest condo, which is wild. This website, look at this, register now. Crazy. So 309 square feet, which is tiny for Toronto. It's huge. If you happen to be living in, I think of Kramer from Seinfeld with a chest of drawers, putting the 3 Japanese businessmen in a drawer to sleep at night. You could Google small living spaces. You'll find people in Manhattan like 78 square foot apartments and that sort of thing. So, this is massive, 309 square feet compared to those, but realistically that's stupid and tiny. So they have, check this out. Holy Jesus. These are all micro condos. Like seriously, look at all these floor plans. They built this building with all of these tiny little units to sell to investors. So they're 2 bedrooms, 590, 595, 595, 595. So let's just click on one randomly. And, oh, of course it's not found. Well, hello. Okay, so we'll click on this one here, and that one's not found. This worked better when I drew it up in practice. Right, so here's a good example. So see this bedroom right here? Now, not only does it not have a window, but this closet is so small, like what's gonna fit in there? Like maybe John Smith from 1888 who had like 1 pair of trousers. That's great for John Smith, 1888. I don't know what this is here. It's either an elevator bank or it's the garbage chute. I wouldn't want to live behind it. But all of this square footage is totally wasted, this stupid long hallway. So 590 square feet, and this is 1 bathroom, thank God, because you don't need 2 4-piece bathrooms. But you've got master here, still with no window. You've got second bedroom here, which is 6'9" by 8'7". It's tiny. It's just an awful layout. And so, you look at some of these other ones, this is basically the same thing, right? It's just the flip. And then you look at, let's go to this one. Some of these weren't found. Yeah, that one wasn't found. And that one wasn't found. So that's just the flip. And the funny thing is, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, well, hold on a second. Where's the second bathroom? So part of me wonders if there actually are 2 bathrooms in a lot of these units, because I'm going to show you a unit where there's a semi-ensuite. Now this, if you look down here, it says 2 bedrooms with 2 full baths. Okay, perfect. But beware of the listing that claims there's 2 bathrooms when there's actually 2 doors to 1 bathroom. No one would do that. Haha. Oh yeah, they would. Don't put it past them. So again, another one, and I don't want to belabor this, 36 Lisgar, but here's another one, right? 554,900 on the market, 38 days, 2 bed, 2 bath. They're both 4-piece baths, and it's 590 square feet. Who needs 2 bathrooms in a 590 square foot condo? So do I like any of those? Absolutely not. Would I want to put a client in any of those? Absolutely not. That's not to say that none of these aren't considering if you are the person that is on a budget. So yeah, that one, sorry. So let me skip ahead to 170 Sudbury 203. So this is one where I can say, I know the listing agents, they're very good. They list a ton of stuff in the area. Right off the bat, the listing looks better. 33 photos, it's virtually staged, it's clean, it looks good. I don't know about the 7s here, guys, but bottom line, and this is at 170 Sudbury, this is at Curve. Bottom line, it's just a better unit. So first, let me look at the floor plan. This is what I was alluding to when I said the semi-ensuite. Now these guys have called this 1 bathroom, which it is. I was saying some other agents will refer to this as 2 bathrooms because there's 2 goddamn doors to the bathroom. Okay, so Bella, please. So this here, I'm going to zoom in. This here, if this is the master, because it's 13'4" by 7'7", it doesn't have a window. Now, if this was the master, well, you've got an open concept closet. You do have a window, but it's smaller. Either way, pick your poison. You've got the semi-ensuite, which shows me that it's a great layout and it's well thought out. So again, I don't love anything by Urban Corp. I don't love the units down here, but, right, it's better than the ones at Lisgar. So living, dining, kitchen, it's a decent enough space. I'll show you the photos in a second. And that's why I like bringing the kids to work. And what I mean by that is that here you've actually got room, right, for a couch, chair, table, and this is not ideal, but you can put a TV somewhere if you get creative. You've got room here for the island and 2 stools. If you get rid of this, you can put a 2-person dining table, or you can just remove it all and put a 4-person if you want to. So nicely done listing, right? Virtually staged. Would you know the difference between the, virtual clothing? I don't know, but you're going to see a lot more virtual staging nowadays. Stagers, a lot of them have closed up. They're not staging anymore. So I think, the lesser 2 evils say, okay, I'll virtually stage it then, because the stagers don't want to go in and out of people's places. They don't want, germs, COVID being left behind. So kudos to these guys for at least virtually staging it, but they've also put the photos here of the unit when it's empty. And see, can I just say, like, when you're going to shoot an empty room, that's how it's supposed to look, unlike that first awful listing where Buddy took the photos on his BlackBerry 8700. So 567, 777, 2-bed, 1 bath, parking, locker, decent fees, right? Little outdoor space, 2nd floor facing west, so you're not going to get much of a view, but again, right? It's a sub $600,000 2-bedroom. What more do you want? So move along here to 225 Wellesley. 225 Wellesley, the star of downtown. I remember when this building came out. God, I'm old. Did I tell you I ran 5K yesterday? 25 minutes, 40 seconds. What's up? Right, I'm old. I remember when this building was in pre-construction. Now this building, well, there's something about it. There's something about it that would render 2-bedroom condos under $225,000 when this thing was in pre-construction. Now, what exactly is that? Well, it's in St. Jamestown, right? You could say it in a good way, right? That's the key to marketing. Say something negative in a good way. It's in St. Jamestown. More on this when I get to Jarvis and Dundas. So it is in St. Jamestown. Food Basics right across the street. Look, not the best area, and prices reflect that. So there has to be a reason why a 694 square foot, 2-bed, 2-bath is only $584,000, and that's it. Now, there's something really fun about this, and this is going to be in my Friday blog as well. Okay, you ready for this? Professional pictures in process. I think they mean progress. Apologies. Really? Okay. Yeah, man. That's cool, man. Like, I appreciate you updating me. So, like, how long is it going to take? Well, the listing's been on the market for 52 days. You know what? To each their own. Everyone goes at a different pace. Some photographers take photos, they get them back to you within 2 business days. Some photographers, their process or progress is 52 days. Yeah, okay. So this one actually has a floor plan. These are 3 photos, right? They took this from MLS, they took this from MLS, and then they got, oh my God, an old floor plan that literally looks like a survey from the early 1900s, like on carbon paper or something, like charcoal. 694 square foot, 2-bed, 2-bath. But where's the bedroom? You guys want to play along with me? Okay, play the bedroom game. Where are we finding the bedroom? Can you find it? No, neither could I. That's because it doesn't show a second bedroom. Now, this is good and bad, okay? Because years ago, this here, den, office, dining, this was not a bedroom, because it's not. It has no window, it has no closet. Nowadays, it's a bedroom. Of course it's a bedroom. This is 12 by 9. This is bigger than the master in all of those Lisgar and Able units. But, you know what? Not a bedroom, doesn't have a window, doesn't have a door. Now, another thing I found funny here is this says den, office, dining. Like, just keep naming rooms. You can do whatever you want with it, right? So, the dining, put the dining table right across from the crapper, right? This here, living, that's an amazing living room, 20 by 10. Holy moly. Well, you know what? This is where our dining table goes. This is our living room, and over here is our second bedroom. So 694 square feet, $584,000. It's got parking, it's got locker, maintenance fees are reasonable. I don't know what shape the unit's in because they have 3 photos. Oh, that's right, photos are in progress. But I will say right off the hop, again, beggars can't be choosers. If you're looking for space, you need a 700 square foot condo for under $600,000. You have 2 options. 1, call Marty McFly and see if you can borrow Doc Brown's DeLorean and travel through time to when you could actually buy it. 2, go and find this unit. Okay, let's move on to Well, let's see here. Where were we? Lisgar, Sudbury, Wellesley, another Lisgar, great. Oh, hello, George. 251 Jarvis. 251 Jarvis. So every once in a while, I'll get a new client, and they'll send me listings, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's actually that's a pre-construction. It's it's not built yet. And they'll be like, oh well, how was I to know? And I'm like, well, there was a drawing of a building. Anyways, that's not this unit. This is actually not registered yet. See, Corporation NA. It is an assignment. See, this is an assignment sale. If you don't know what an assignment is, it's a topic for another day, but basically the building is finished. The building is not registered as a condo corp yet. So the owner, who doesn't really own it, they own the piece of paper, they can't sell it. They have to assign it. So we have no taxes, we have no maintenance, right? And we also have no parking in the locker. But these are items that you would like to know if you were going to actually buy a piece of real estate. Like, what's with agents? Oh yeah, what's with agents? A lot of them suck. Right, tell that to Rico and my friend that got that complaint 7-8 years ago. So at least this one has photos, right? Okay, yeah. Oh, they're this big? Don't zoom in. Don't zoom in, okay? Let's just show. Yeah, they're this big. Oh, great. Yeah, that's great. Hold on, let me get out a monocle, like Mr. Peanut. Yeah, way to market. Okay, cool. Yeah. No, all real estate agents are the same. So this is $599. It's 577 square feet, right? Plus 119 square foot terrace. Now there is a floor plan here, and this is fun. This is fun. Something called media. See that? That's a +1. Now, good for them they didn't put a +1 on here, but it's called media. A lot of people put that as a plus. What are you going to put there? A desk, right? You can't live in a desk. The +1 is supposed to be a living space, somewhere you can actually, do something with, a room per se. So look, the benefits here, okay, bedroom actually fits a bed, and it's rectangular, almost square. But that's about it, to be honest, right? It's 577 square feet, and it's a 2-bedroom. It's tiny. But I will say this. See this square plan, right? And yeah, okay, the desk is jutting into the 4-person table, which is really in the kitchen, and the person that sits here can't see the TV. But at least this thing here doesn't have, what our dear friends had here, which is this long-ass hallway, which is a complete and utter waste of space. So yeah, 577 square feet, $599,000, and then, man, what's that thing? What's that thing that I really didn't like about this? Oh, right. South facing from 251 Jarvis. You ready to turn a negative into a positive? Okay. We're south facing, and where are we? South facing. Yeah, south facing from 251 Jarvis. We're south facing over the busiest intersection on the east side. Wow. I mean, maybe Dundas and Jarvis isn't the busiest. Maybe Adelaide and Jarvis is. Fine. So it's only the second busiest, right? Turn a negative into a positive. Say it with a smile. South-facing. Ooh, south-facing exposure. So everyone run along to this 577 square foot, 2-bedroom micro condo overlooking one of the busiest intersections in the city from only 12 feet off the ground. No parking, no locker, no information whatsoever. It's an assignment. Get ready to pay someone else's closing costs. This one won't last. There are better options, I promise you. Okay, so let's move along now to, we're going to look at, ooh, hello, George, 38 Joe Schuster. So 38 Joe Schuster, again, another urban corp. I don't love urban corp. But here be my point, okay? This is a 759 square foot condo. It's a 2-bed +1. Really? Yeah, really. Watch this. Floor plan, okay? See this? Actual den, actual bedroom, actual bedroom. $625,000 for 759 square feet. So no, this isn't sub 600. We started with a 518 square foot condo, but it's a piece of crap, right? This here is a 759 square foot condo. It's for 625. And how long's it been on the market for? Well, 20 days. So I don't want to put words in anyone else's mouth here, but I mean, just over 6, maybe. If it sits for a while, maybe 6. Wow, really? Yeah, that's awesome. And this thing is actually well done. It looks good, right? There's no dining area. That's my only critique. So maybe put the dining room here, right? Get rid of the bar stools. You don't need it. but you've got an unbelievable space, 759 square feet for $625,000. So, I said beggars can't be choosers. I don't know, put the dining room here for all, if you want to. And then again, here you've got, this is not the semi-ensuite, but you've got the bathroom here, right? Access for guests here and access from the master bedroom there. So this is the problem when you have so many photos. We got to go through them quickly. Okay, so bedroom there, right? That's the master. And then that's still the master. And then, oh my God, over here, bedroom here, right? So you got a kid's bedroom. So it's legit 2-bed plus den. It's only the 1 bath, but again, like you only need 1 bath, right? So you have this bathroom, here's your master, and you've got access, right? And then the den, like if you've got guests over here, go through here, they don't have to walk through your bedroom. So if I've got a small condo like this, I don't want a second bathroom. It's a stupid waste of space. The only reason developers put it in there is because they can charge more, right, in pre-construction for a 2-bed, 2-bath. So this thing's pretty darn good, I gotta say. There's no flies on it. It's got parking, it's got locker. Look at the fees, $551 on $759. What is that, 80, 78 something cents a square foot? Really, really good. So, as I said, you've got some crummy ones over here, and 170 Sudbury is better than these. I don't like this one at all because of the location. And then you've got like a ridiculous assignment here. But you know what? Then you've got something good over here on Joe Schuster. So I'll show you one more. This is actually a pick 6. This one's just so funny. This is so funny. I love this. Okay, so we got a 2-bed, 1 bath. Now let's look. Let's look at the floor plan, okay, which for some reason looks like my eyes are blurry. Holy crap. So second bedroom here, and you're like, oh, well, okay, there's, a sheet of drywall in between. It's got no window, and it's got no closet. I mean, unless this is a closet, but I don't know what this is. Right, 9'3" by 7'9". It's not great, but we've seen a lot like this. Want to see something really cool? Okay, let's go to the address history here. And when this person was first trying to sell it, come on, there we go. They put, look, over $30,000 spent in upgrades to convert this 1-bed plus den into a 2-bedroom. Hold on a second. You spent $30,000 on this wall? Really? Let's take a look. Let's just take a look here. Okay, so this wall. Okay, so the door, well, that's got to be 15 grand right there. And this here, I mean, that's like another 9, right? Photos are out of order. I'm not surprised. Yeah, just wow. This just screams by me. And then, like this like pot, that's shaped like someone's head with some fake grass coming out of it. Like that's got, oh, and then this, I see 30 grand. I see 30 grand, no problem. So $645,000, right, for a 1-bedroom turned into 2, this many. No parking, no locker. And this is a real estate agent selling his or her own place, which is amazing because he or she just estimated the taxes, unless they happen to be exactly $1,930, and estimated the maintenance, unless they happen to be exactly $380. And then this person's probably not fallen upon hard times. Fully furnished, and everything can be purchased with the condo. Oh, snap. How much for the Dollarama wine glasses? I've been drinking coffee all day. So yeah, again, not my favorite. And again, oh, what was that RICO complaint that my friend had against him 6 or 7 years ago, that some agents are better, some agents are worse than others? Do all agents, even those that are listing their own properties, just absolutely refuse to spend 7 seconds of their time to go and look up their maintenance fee from their bank account, or maybe get out their tax bill? I don't know. Anyways, not a 2-bedroom. Don't love it. Where is this thing? It's called Fly Condos. I did the same thing for the Star of Downtown. It's over here, Fly Condos. I think I've been in there once. I mean, it's not a bad building at all. East facing, unit 620. So I guess that would be over Blue Jays Way, perhaps. Anyways, $645,000. I don't know why. Oh, look. Oh, large den has oversized sliding glass, slow closed door. Hey, you come over to my place and we'll push the door, but don't worry, it's not going to slam because it's a slow close door. If that doesn't say $645,000, I don't know What does? I also don't know what a 3D wall is. 3D wall. Guys, listen. Hurry up and get over there and buy this place, okay? Because it ain't gonna last, okay? 3D walls? I gotta go. So that's it, guys. That's it, right? We're looking here, and I'm sorry that I'm being so cynical, right? But I kind of can't help it. There's a lot going on here. So we're looking for something that's very difficult to find, which are 2-bedroom condos, under $600,000. And like, we've got miniature condos, we've got terrible marketing, awful real estate agents, some of which are selling their own places. We got 3D walls, and all the while, like, I don't know. I mean, the one at Joe Schuster is decent. If you can get that for $600,000, it's an absolute steal. It really, truly is. And sorry, the kids are getting a little loud. But yeah, I mean, I'm dripping with cynicism here, or this is dripping with sarcasm, and I'm being cynical because it is very hard not to be, right? The listing on Sudbury wasn't bad either, right? That's a 2-bed, and it's 567, 777 with parking. So like I said, beggars can't be choosers, and I'm sorry if that sounds mean, but seriously, like, what more do you want? If you really need a 2-bedroom condo, whether it's you need like the home office legit bedroom, or whether it's you need a friend to live there with you to help pay the mortgage, or whether you need a nursery for a kid that's not in your living room, 567, 777, or go and buy the place at 38 Joe Schuster. You'd be living like a king in 759 square feet. Anyways, guys, that is it for me today. Happy long weekend. Oh, right, crap. Every single day is Tuesday because we're in a pandemic. Don't tell my wife I said that. Anyways, guys, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching. As always, we will see you next week. Bye for now.